checking in with fans. 4 ejected yesterday, 2 separate incidents. Long day at the ballpark with a couple rain delays. And hey, look, the managers are getting fired up. AJ got tossed. Something was in the air last night at the ballpark. And we brought up the incident with Dennis Santana swinging at a fan in the bullpen. Fan escorted out. 3 dudes behind home plate in those expensive seats. They get tossed. Sure, they're not happy about it. Tommy Pham's pointing them out, saying, hey, these guys are acting up. So we've been talking about heckling and what's fair game and your thoughts on what happened yesterday at the ballpark. John, you had a question for people who are hecklers.
Why do you do it? And like, why is you just simply looking for a reaction? You're looking for an interaction. You want to know that these players, these athletes hear you?
Yeah, that's what they want. They want you to acknowledge them. They want to know they can get under your skin. It's visiting players. They want to feel like they're part of a hostile crowd. We can razz you. Hey, you're 0 for 4. You're swinging it in the dirt. They want to get under the athlete's skin and help their team. I think that's why they do it.
Yeah.
Another motivation is they want to go viral.
Sure.
They went viral.
That's
not our world, John, but that's a lot of people's world.
So as an athlete, and you dealt with this, you can't make their day. You're on the road. They win if you engage. And if you're swinging, you're really in the wrong.
You guys remember about 20 years ago, these fans at the White Sox game were harassing the first base coach for the Royals. His name was Tom Gamboa. And Gamboa flipped them off. And they ran onto the field and attacked him.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. He was all banged up. They got arrested.
Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, that's why the athletes or the managers, coaches should just never respond, because you don't know.
Right.
I'm going to trust that the athlete can keep their cool and just let this go away, versus you don't know what the other person's going to do anymore. I mean, people seem like they're taking chances to do things more than ever and don't care about the consequences.
No, it's a fair point. You don't know who's over there.
What was that guy in the stands jumped into the bullpen?
Well,
this was what happened.
I know. He's going to have to take on the entire Pirate bullpen. Probably not a great move by him.
But also security standing right there.
Yeah. 2-4-8-5 have the right to heckle to the point where a player gets angry and wants to punch them. Well, that's the question. Where is that line?
Yeah, but to me, that's why I asked the question. Like, why do you heckle players?
To get them to that breaking point is why.
Right, yeah.
I want
to get inside their head.
Yeah, and I'm not someone who does this, but I am for those who do it tastefully. And maybe that's an oxymoron to tastefully heckle, but there is like an art to it, right? Where you are trying to point out when they make a mistake and rub their nose in it a little bit, or the fact that their team's losing, or make fun of their beard or their haircut or something. Like, there's ways to do this. It's an art form, and it's part of being in a visiting ballpark, because the other crowd's going to get on you a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of things that I was heckled for, obviously when you're an offensive lineman in the NFL, your weight is always an issue, and it's
you get called
never
tubby
been. I mean, that would have been one of the milder ones.
What they call you? Can you say them on the radio?
Yeah, the dump button. But again, it's like, okay, be original. Like, I've heard those already.
Yeah.
And it's something that that's not a trigger for me. Somebody could walk up now and tell me, all of those things. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, well, you're probably still not far off, right? I still got work to do. And so it's how you react to those moments and those things. And for the fans, if he's there warming up to go into the game, and now he is distracted by interacting with this fan, he has halted his warm-up. Now all of a sudden, hey, if the bullpen phone rings, and hey, is Santana ready? Is he ready to come in? Oh, wait, no, he's talking to a fan.
He's not in the right headspace.
Right. So, okay, mission accomplished by the fans.
Good job by the fan in that case. Tommy Pham has been on 8 teams the last 3 years. He's already been suspended this year for making obscene gestures towards fans. The dude is mentally weak. I hadn't seen that. The suspension this year for making gestures towards fans. That makes me really think that the guys behind the plate may have been okay. But I don't know why they were escorted out. I don't know why they gave in to this guy who apparently has a history of doing this.
I would expect the security guards to have the resume or the rap sheet of one Pham.
Excuse me, explain this. Santana had an interpreter after the game to say someone crossed the line. How did he even understand what the fans said in the first place?
Well, there are certain words that I think cross language barriers.
Yep.
And we all understand them.
And who knows, maybe the fan was bilingual.
If Spanish is his first language,
yeah.
If he were to shout obscenities at me using the Spanish language, I probably wouldn't know what he was saying. But I don't think that's necessarily the same the other way around. Here's probably a lot more of the English.
Well, and again, he's in a clubhouse with English speakers, and they may have taught him a couple naughty words. You know, John, you've been in a clubhouse before.
Naughty words.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I don't think it's out of the question that he would know
and
what
new and inventive ways to use them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. Texter says, who cares it wasn't a Detroit fan? The three behind the plate were, and the guy in the bullpen area, someone said he had a Tiger hat and a Pittsburgh jersey. I don't know.
The little split personality.
What's going on there? What else we got here? Gov is right. We're taking more and more chances, ignoring consequences. It's a product of the current society and culture we live in. They should ban doubleheaders. People just get out of control drinking all day. That signed Mike Valeni. Is that actually Mike? No? Okay. Did he have that take yesterday?
That came in from a listener.
Did he have that take yesterday?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, this would all happened after.
No,
right.
What do you mean?
Well, he was on in between, but John's right in terms of.
Oh, yeah. Did he? I'm saying he could have made the comment between the two ball games we shouldn't have doubleheaders.
Right, I said it a different time there was a double.
Oh, okay. I think where they screwed up, the weather did this to them too. They wanted to do the split games, but then they ran so close together. You had fans probably trying to leave the first game because they didn't have tickets for the second at the same time that people were trying to get in through the gates for game number 2. It was just a hell of a day yesterday.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and again, I just don't understand I understand the concept of heckling opposing athletes. I get it. I just don't know why you have to go to a certain level to draw a guy to swing on you. Like, to me, there's other things I'd rather be doing in the stands, like actually watching the game.
Right. But it was something because we had rain to start game 1. We had an hour-long delay in game 2. We had extra innings. We had a manager get ejected, A.J. Hinch, in extra innings of the 19th inning of a long day of baseball. And you had 4 fans that left the ballpark with the aid of security.
Yeah.
In all of that, we didn't get the one thing I think most fans wanted. We'll get to that next. 97.1.